What if everything you were taught about the mark of the beast was designed to keep you looking in the wrong direction? What if the mark is not coming? What if it's already here and has been for a long, long time? Every single day for a while now. No, my friends, it's not going to be put in your forehead, it's already there. It's not on your hand, but in every transaction you make. Every purchase. Every debt. Every time you cannot eat, cannot travel, cannot exist in this system without first surrendering to it. I want you to stay with me today, because what we are about to explore is not conspiracy. It is not fear. It is documented history. It is the original text. And it is something that has been hidden not in a vault but in plain sight. Right there in the pages most people read every week and never truly see. Revelation 13:17. That no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Read that again slowly. No man might buy or sell. The mark is an economic control system. Not a tattoo. Not a microchip. Not a vaccine. Those are the distractions. Now go back further to the original audience of this text. People living under Roman occupation. First-century communities who had no separation between their spiritual life and their economic life. Every Roman coin, every single denarius that changed hands in the marketplace carried the image of Caesar. And not just his face. His divine titles, Divus Augustus, Son of God. To use that coin was to acknowledge his authority. His divine right to rule. For the original readers of Revelation, that was the mark. It was already here. It was already on everything they touched. The question was not, will you receive the mark one day? The question was, can you live outside the system that already surrounds you? And now I want you to ask yourself that same question, today. In this moment, can you? Here is what they do not teach in Sunday school. Or in most universities for that matter. Rome did not fall. In 312 CE, the Emperor Constantine converted to Christianity. And within a generation, the Roman Empire had not been defeated by the gospel. It had absorbed it. The Church inherited the administrative structure of Rome, diocese, prefecture, hierarchy. The Pope took the title Pontifex Maximus, which was Julius Caesar's title. Augustus Caesar's title. The chief priest of Roman state religion. The Vatican sits on a hill the Romans called Mons Vaticanus, a site of Roman religious practice long before a single Christian set foot on it. Canon law, the law of the Church, is Roman law dressed in ecclesiastical clothing. And then Rome fractured into what we call European nation-states, which carried Roman legal, administrative, and cosmological structure into the modern world. Into British common law. Into the architecture of the United States, a Senate, a Capitol, an eagle, Latin mottos, fasces symbols carved into the walls of the Congressional building to this day. The beast system did not end. It repackaged. It renamed. It put on new clothes. And at the center of every repackaging was the same mechanism. Control who can buy and sell. Control the money. Control the people. Now here is where it gets personal. The scholar David Graeber, in his landmark work Debt, the first 5,000 years, documented something remarkable. Debt-based money systems have functioned as control systems across virtually every civilization that has adopted them. You do not own your house until the debt is paid. You do not own your car. You cannot start a business, rent an apartment, access medical care in most of this world without first entering the system. Without first accepting the mark. The beast is not a future dictator with a scanner. The beast is the system you were born into. The one that was here before you arrived. and will demand your participation from your first breath to your last. Now I want to pause here, because this is where most teachers stop. They show you the problem. They leave you in the fear of it. That is not what we are doing here. The original communities that received the Book of Revelation, they already knew they were inside the beast system. That was not news to them. The text was not a warning about the future. It was a map for the present. And the map pointed inward. Revelation 13 describes those who could not buy or sell without the mark. But Revelation 14, the very next chapter, describes a different group entirely. Those who had a different mark. On their foreheads, a name. A frequency. An identity that belonged to a different order entirely. Not the order of economic control. Not the order of Caesar. Not the order of the beast system. The question was never, how do I avoid a future mark? The question was always, which reality am I actually living from? Which system has my allegiance? Which name is written on my life by the way I move through the world? That is the question that has been buried under 2,000 years of misdirection. What we explored today is documented in the original Greek text of Revelation, in the Roman Imperial coin records, in the historical work of Edward Gibbon, The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, in David Grieber's Debt, The First 5,000 Years, in the scholarship of Walter Ullmann on papal government and its inheritance of Roman structure. This is not hidden knowledge. It is knowledge that has been placed just out of reach by the same system it describes. And we have only just begun. Because there are layers to this text that go deeper than Rome. Deeper than economics. Deeper than history. There are layers that touch who we are. Where we came from. What was taken. And what was deliberately inverted to serve an agenda older than most people dare to consider. If something in these words sat inside you differently today, if something shifted that you cannot quite name, leave one word in the comments below. Just one word. Whatever arose in you as you listened. Don't think about it. Let it come. And if you want to go deeper, if you want to follow this thread all the way down, there is a book coming. One that does not stop where this video stops. One that goes into the layers we did not touch today. Subscribe so you are here when we continue. Because there is so much more to remember. And we are only beginning.